Hi guys!
Hi!
This is Nicole and she's a fabulous actress.
But I'm terrible at makeup.
So today we're doing a makeup lesson for her. We actually met on a shoot a little while ago.
With Tracy.
Yes.
Shout out to Tracy.
Shout out to Trace. And we decided that this would be a really cool idea for us to do a little video of your makeup lesson. We are doing a basic day look that we are going to convert into an evening look. So stay tuned to see how we got this day look and how we're going to convert it to a night look. So we prepped skin, we've got everything on, and now we're going to get into foundation. So you said you wanted something with a little bit more coverage. So what I'm using is actually a concealer as a foundation. And what's really nice is you can kind of sheer it out. And I'm using quite a fluffy, dense brush for that. So you're an actress. Tell me a little bit about what your job requirements in terms of makeup are.
So I go to about 3 to 4 castings a week.
Okay.
And I also do about 3 self-tapes a week, which is when you audition at home using your phone or your camera and you send it off to your agents. So those come in quite often and I have to find ways to really look good on a phone camera and keep it quite basic, but also be able to play with it for different characters. Like go from playing an alien or suggesting an alien character to playing a nurse or whatever it is. So it's, and then obviously you have like premieres or events that happen, and it's lovely when you do have the time and the finances to work with an artist, but often it is like do it in your car, do it in the bathroom, you know, rush and get it done.
On the go.
On the go.
I'm just using like really sheer wash of this concealer. I've used a slightly deeper shade around the outside so we get a natural sculpt, and then a slightly lighter shade on the inside. Are you ready to give it a bash?
Okay, so I'm just gonna...
start on the outer edge. Cool. Good technique. Actually, really good. Yes. How does it feel? Like, feels good on your skin? Like
it does, and this brush is also like amazing.
Next step is concealer. So the same palette, you'll see there's 6 shades in this palette, which I think is really great because I think a lot of them are stuff are colors that you can use. So we're going to use this top one. So these are the yellow ones, and these are the peach ones. So we're going to use the lightest peach one, and we're just going to go under the eye area. And you'll see I'm using quite a fluffy brush for this. Now, contrary to Instagram, I'm not concealing this entire part of your face, like just concealing what we want to conceal. So you'll see that you can see that bit of peachiness. So we want to now neutralize, we've covered the dark, we want to now neutralize the peach. So we're going to go back in with the top of the yellowy tones, which is the closest match to your skin color, and just pop that over the top. How's that look to you?
To me? Amazing.
So I think that's like the biggest thing that makes a big difference for you, is just covering that little bit. So even if you are in a super rush and you only have time to do that one thing, that would be the thing that I would just do. Yeah. And then we want to just do the same sort of thing on the inner corner, so close your eye. So just neutralizing that little bit of depth on the inner corner of the eye.
Let's give this a go. Okay.
Show you a trick as well.
Please do.
Like if you hold your mirror up, then you can.
Oh wow.
I just blend it out a little bit.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's coming up quite orange. Basically, you're going to go over
everything
and then just especially focus on the edge that's going to neutralize. So if you see any pink spots anywhere, you use your yellow to neutralize. Okay, so we're going to do the exact same thing just around the mouth. So using our peachier tone. You can go right over your lip if you do want to neutralize anything on your lip as well.
Okay.
Oh, look at me.
Beautiful.
You are shouting at me. Oh. So our next step is powder. I'm going to be using this Laura Mercier Brightening Under Eye Powder. It's amazing. So basically I'm just grabbing what's in the lid. Just look up for me. And we're just going to pat under the eye. I don't like to use a lot of powder. I feel like it takes the kind of freshness away from a look, but I understand that for like camera and stuff like that you do need to have some, so this is a really great one.
And again, you just go under the eye?
Yeah, just under the eye, tip of the nose, forehead, and then middle of the chin. Okay, so you just need to powder under your eye because I kind of did everywhere else. Now that we've kind of flattened the canvas, we want to add some depth in the shadow and some light. So we're going to start with some bronzing to kind of sculpt the face. You'll notice I very pointedly avoid the C word, contour, because I hate the connotations. Let's grab some powder. I'm really just going to use this on the edges of the face, so anywhere that we want to kind of look a little bronzed and sun-kissed, and then also anywhere that we want to add some sculpting, so just under your cheekbone over here. Just turn that way, there we go. I like it to look quite natural, so I just use circular motion. You can also just do a smidge on the jawline. So I like to always use the tip.
Okay.
And we're off. Wait, I think start
there.
Start there and move again. Yeah, there we go.
Nike tick.
Tick, tick. Cool.
And then do you apply like more product when you
Yeah, just keep picking up little bits, because you can always add more, but it gets really difficult to blend out if you've put too much on. Purple blush, which is now adding some of the color back. I've chosen a matte peachy tone, which I think is going to be kind of a universal, suitable for any occasion and for your skin tone. And I'm just going to grab this with a fluffy brush, and then we want to put down our brush where we want the most color. So always think where you want the most color. That's where you put your brush down first. And then using a circular motion, blend out. And again, I like to build it up, so grab a little bit at first, and you can always add more, but it becomes a little challenging if you've put too much down. How much blush do you like? I like a lot.
I like that amount.
Cool. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is add light. We want to think about where the light would naturally hit on the high planes of the face. And I'm using a smallish brush for that because we want to be quite precise. We're not highlighting like everywhere. And I've chosen a golden tone for you for your skin tone because I think it will work with kind of any situation as well. So I always think of it as like polishing. You want to like polish it onto the skin. which means that I basically don't lift the brush. I keep the brush like on the skin and I just kind of swirl it. Then I also like to do like a little bit under the brow bone, and I do this before I've done brows so that it's not like, so that it's more natural. And then a smidge above, kind of like a little triangle. So we've got one long one, a little triangle, and an oval.
Okay.
And then the other place I really like is just very gently over there, and just very gently over there. Sorry.
Okay, so oval.
Oval. Don't bring it too far, like you don't want to bring it past that point.
And then was under.
Yep. And the little triangle hat. Like think of one of those like rice paddy hats, Chinese hats. There we go.
I think you did something, yeah.
Yeah, just so basically like literally just the very center line of the nose, and just there, and that just pulls focus like to the center of your face.
I see that, that's really cool.
So next step is brows. First thing we're going to do is add a little brow set to lie the hairs where we want them, and then we're going to fill with a little pencil. Okay, so I actually brush like backwards.
Oh wow.
And up. So this is going to maximize the brow real estate. And gives us the space to draw in between. Okay, so we're going to start in the beginning. And I'm literally drawing hairs. So this is a twist up brush, but if you use a, twist up pencil, but if you use a sharpening pencil, just keep sharpening it to keep it nice and like thin.
I'm so scared to do this on lava.
I always tell people, brows are sisters, not twins. So I'm going to show you a little trick. Like basically, if you put the pencil through the center of your nostril, that's kind of where you want it to start. If you put it kind of to go at an angle past your pupil, that's where you want your kind of arch to be. So there. And this line to there is relatively straight, although I do not advocate drawing it like that. It just looks too harsh. This line is also pretty straight, so you don't want to curve that down. What's the scariest thing you did today?
Oh my goodness. Go backwards.
Yep. Good.
Yeah?
Yep. So make your strokes slightly slower and slightly, from the bottom of your hair to the top. Start a little lower.
Oh, like up or down.
There we go. And if you mess up a brow, like remember this is a pencil, not a tattoo, so you can just use your finger to like if you, like there you've come down a little low. So here we're going to go up, like that, and then from about there they start to tilt, and then they're going like that and round. So we're going to do my favorite lazy day Smokey Eye. This is what I do when I have a 5 a.m. cold time and I still need to look like a human backstage or whatever. So it's literally a pencil, a brush, and an eyeshadow. So the pencil I'm going to draw along your lash line, and I always say this is like, just make it messy, so there's no precision here. I'm using quite a soft kohl pencil, which I think is the key to this. It's really soft and blendable. And then we just take our brush and we blend. So I'm just going to add a smidgen more in the outside corner, like that, and then blend it in. And then if you're really pressed on time, even like this is fine. Just look up. Even just leaving the pencil by itself is totally cool. So for the bottom, I only draw sort of like 2/3 on the outside. And blend, because you don't want it to be too dark. Okay, have a look at that.
Bam!
So that's a smoky eye already by itself. If you wanted to leave it just as is, you could. But we're gonna do a smidgen of this bronze eyeshadow using the same brush. And we're just gonna pop that in the very center. And that's just gonna bring some warmth and a little bit more glow. Add our little bit of special, and that's literally just in the center. Yep, maybe a bit more. Cool.
Awesome.
High five. Yes. So we're just gonna pop some mascara on. I always use a wand just for hygiene reasons, and I'm just scraping off any excess. Because that's the thing about a wand, it sometimes picks up like a lot more than the brush would if it's smaller than the brush. And then I'm going to go for gold. I firmly believe that there's no such thing as too much mascara. So I like to push the wand up into the base of the lash and then zigzag and pull through. Don't worry about like messing. It's super easy to just grab a Q-tip and clean it up afterwards. I always do bottom lashes. I just feel like it completes the whole look. So I've chosen kind of a like nudie brown with a little gold fleck in it, and the color's called Beaux. It's very just like a really great natural nude. Yeah. So we have two steps to converting this to a night look. And the first step is adding a deep eyeshadow. I've picked something that has a little bit of sparkle, so it's not too matte. I find that a matte eyeshadow can be a little tricky, especially in black, so we want to use something that's not too matte. Okay, so I'm using a tiny little brush, and we are literally going to just add that depth in the outer corner. Just painting little stripes towards the corner. And then using a clean brush, we are going to just blend. And we'll kind of repeat that step until we've reached the intensity that we want. You'll also notice I'm only doing the darkness on the outer half of the eye. So you can feel I'm basically like patting it on. Also, when you're picking up product, you want to just dip it in and then tap off the excess so that you don't have a lot of fallout. So with this small brush we have a nice amount of precision, and then we just use this to soften. Last step in completing this transformation is a bit of glitter, and because you're going to be doing this on the fly, we don't want to be using powder glitter that's going to go everywhere. So I'm using this liquid eyeshadow that is glittery. I'm just going to grab, now you can again just do this straight from the applicator, but I'm just going to grab a little bit, and using a flat brush I'm going to pop that on the ball of the eye.
Really brings out the brown in my eyes. Spritz.
Final step is our fixative spray. And this just helps everything merge together and last beautifully throughout the evening.
That's awesome.
And we're done!
We're done, thank you. Okay, so don't forget to like and subscribe wherever the buttons are, and thank you for joining us.